Hey, what's going on, troops? This is Santo from Iron Camp Fitness. Thanks for joining me. What we do on this channel is we talk about health, mental health, fitness, creativity, all the things I like to think and help people with. I like to think that are very important and help people with, especially young ones. Okay, I'm writing a book about anti-bullying. I have some stuff I'm doing as far as art and graphic design through AI digital artwork that I'm doing, and I'll put the link in the description, but it'd be great if you guys could support, take a look at some of the designs. If there is anything that you love, let me know, and I'll, or want custom made, let me know and I'll hook you up, okay? So so what we've been doing here with these testimonial days is Ray wrote me, or actually Ray got a lot of our ex-clients or current clients, but when we shut down our gym because of COVID, she saw how in the gutter I was. I took it as a defeat. I took it as not succeeding. I took it as, just total failure, right? And that's hard on me. I talk a lot about my journey in life, what I went through, suffering PTSD. I'm ex-military, suffering a horrendous childhood, suffering just issues that caused me to live in mental hospitals for a little while. Issues that caused me to live in rehab clinics for a while, and issues that, eventually brought me here today to talk to you guys about it. So these are the things I really want to go over. Now, my wife, I always said is my angel. I had a rough go there. I talked to my grandma for a long time, and my grandma said, this is about 13 years ago, that I'd meet my angel. And sure enough, I did. When I got back from overseas, I was a contract worker, just going through some stuff. I had recently been broken up with, cheated on, just one of those bad situations military-wise that you hear about. And I eventually just kind of went on my own for a little bit. I just needed some time. Didn't think about girls, didn't think about anything really, just kind of focused on myself. But I really, wasn't healing. I still had a negative self-talk towards myself. I didn't think I was worthy. This was, 13, 14 years ago. Come along, and then my wife comes along and she totally changes my world. Now I'm still improving, still trying to make myself get better, but it wasn't forced therapy sessions, forced hospital visits, forced anything. It was me actively looking for help, me actively going for these places and getting help. So that's what I talk about on this video. I talk about health and fitness. I'm a strength conditioning coach, personal trainer. I have been for over 20 years with a background and focus mostly on improving your mobility, strength, and just your overall function in life, optimizing your life, basically. I help a lot of young athletes. I help a lot of senior citizens and kind of everything in between. My big passion right now is artwork. My big passion right now is helping people through artwork. So if you support me with any artwork, I can hook you up with anything that brings joy in your life or any kind of ideas that you have. I would love to help with that. See, I used to do art probably when I was 13 years old, back in like 93, 94, at like big places. Like my dad used to work at some different places in town. This is in Toronto. One of the places he worked at he was a bouncer at a gambling spot. Now, gambling wasn't allowed back then. They had it was a deli. The front, it was a front. The deli was the front. And I used to work there in the back room, and I painted the walls murals. So that was my first commission job. And so I started with art really young. I was airbrushing, I was painting, I was oil paint. I was doing all sorts of mediums I was using, but I made like the walls look like, back then, like 93, the Blue Jays won the World Series. The Maple Leafs made it pretty far in the playoffs. So I had like Felix Potvin, I had Joe Carter, I had Roberto Alomar, all these amazing characters on the walls I made. I projected them on there and just basically use my sense of color. My dad was an artist, so I kind of followed him in those aspects. And then from there, we went on doing a lot of houses and all sorts of stuff. Anyways, as these videos happen, I always go on a tangent. What I'm supposed to do is go to the next page today. This is a book that the wife got made for me. And it is from all the clients that wanted a message about how Iron Camp Fitness helped them, how I helped them in any way through their fitness and health journey, right? So this is some book that I've been sitting on for a little while. I was so upset with myself. I couldn't love myself. I couldn't even read it because I felt like a fraud, and I couldn't even, take in the words. So now I'm giving it a chance to read it. I'm really in a place in my life now that I've added creativity, now that I feel like I'm away from my body sense or what I look like, which is, if you know me, it's like crazy, because I may have hit it pretty well, but I needed to look a certain way. I was a kid that was bullied when I was young for how I looked. I was very skinny. So for me, it was looking at the scale. Am I losing weight? Oh my God, I'm skinny again. I know a lot of people are in the other boat too, but there are a lot of people that, are not happy with the way they look, and they're constantly, being told that they look great. You look great, who you are, and that was me. And I just didn't believe it. But now it's like, I just want to be healthy. I just want to help people be healthy, have a healthy body, but also a healthy state of mind. Not thinking of themselves in any way that you're putting yourself down or putting yourself, that negative self-talk that I'm never good enough. Because I see a lot of that now. I see a lot of that now where guys are looking great and they're calling themselves small or fat or whatever, right? Or women, and I just, it's so hard to get over that. And that's why my initiative right now is helping children growing up, trying to find themselves, be happy and be confident with themselves and what they grow into, and just focusing on being healthy. And not taking like the easy, quick steps like I took, steroids and stuff like that, and totally fucked up my endocrine cycle, my insides, where I had to do a lot of other shit to try to heal myself from that. Anyways, I get into these tangents. So we're gonna do, I think this is the next assessment, not assessment, testimonial. I've been working on making assessments right now. We got an online program if you guys are interested, ironcantfitness.com. Online programs are there, check it out. I'm gonna be adding more and more as we go. I'm not sure when you're watching this video, but there is one that's in a trial phase right now. If you wanna check it out, it's free. Just give me a quick message. It is pretty cool. There's meal plans, nutrition plans, workouts, all sorts of stuff. Let's get on to the next person. So the last person that we did in our last video, let me see. I think it was Pauline. So we did Pauline. We did Pauline in the last video. So we're on Pauline. Now we're on, let me see here. Sorry guys. It was, we had Lisa in the first one. We have Marguerite in the second one. Pauline in the third one. Sandy, pretty sure we did Sandy. Yeah, we already did Sandy. So Sandy was done. Sandy's, that's working with senior citizens. So if you haven't seen those ones yet, guys, testimonials 1, 2, 3 are done. And now we got Ahmed and Terry. So we're gonna do 2 on this one. There's 2 on 1 page. So this is Ahmed here. Ray and Santo. I will always cherish the little bit of time I was honored and privileged to spend with Iron Camp family. So Ahmed worked as a student that worked with my wife, Ray. For those that don't know, she works at Primary Care Network as an exercise specialist, basically a clinical specialist. She works with all the departments there. Her main gig was kind of helping people through fitness and health and getting them over whatever injuries or disabilities or issues they're having, and making sure they're safe enough to do that. People come in with heart conditions and, got to get approved by her. So very, very technical, very, very clinical. She has very good testing for all that kind of stuff, but she's also helped with a lot of other issues and things like pulmonary rehab and diabetes and obesity, and help the dietitians through nutrition, and even the admin staff. She's, does everything over there. So Ahmed kind of went under her wing to help her. He came from a kinesiology program to learn from her, and we met him, and he's come to some boot camps, and that's actually in the photo here, him at a boot camp that we did in the winter. So fun times. So this is Ahmed saying, Ray and Santo, I will always cherish a little bit of time I was honored and privileged to spend with Iron Camp family. I'm grateful for all that I continue to learn from you, not just with the physical activity realm, but more importantly from the beautiful values of dedication and community service that you both encompass wholeheartedly. Thank you, buddy. I vividly recall the occasion where you facilitated an outdoor class in what felt like the middle of winter. Yep, that's it there. It was the middle of winter, just to get people knowing that we could move. We could just put some clothes on. Far too much snow to be outdoors, in my opinion, but it was absolutely worth it. Why? Because it was a means of supporting our community. Thank you deeply for all that you've done and continue to do. Thank you, buddy. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I think it was a fundraiser. I do a lot of fundraisers, or at least I did. I'd like to get back into that. Before COVID, we were kind of doing one every month, especially in the summer times. Our boot camps and stuff were fundraiser heavy. We were doing you name it, Center of Hope, which is helping homeless people. We were doing, the SPCA. We were doing, food bank, all sorts of kind of places where I can't come to my head right now. But anyways, thanks, Ahmed. Really appreciate it. So today's a special day. We're going to be doing 2 of these today. So I got That was testimonial 4. We're doing testimonial 5 as well, and that's Terry Windover. Terry Windover was a trainer in town here, very knowledgeable. She's an amazing woman. She speaks what she thinks, which is very rare these days, which I love. I love to not be guessing what people are feeling or thinking. You know, such a great quality, and we've stayed friends ever since. She ran a fitness place in town when I was here, and she really helped me navigate this town coming into it and to get my feet rolling, because I came from a gym where I was managing in Good Life Fitness in Toronto. For those that you know, Ajax area, it was a huge gym, 6,000 member gym, and I had to leave there. I was basically too stressed. Me and Ray said, forget it. She got the opportunity to come out here in Fort McMurray, where we are now. And I basically said, yeah, let's do it, man. She told me as like a joke too. So that's a good story. Maybe I'll tell another day, but we're out here. I've been out here for, quite some time now. 2013, we came out here, started Iron Camp Fitness because I couldn't find a job basically. And this is where it goes. Okay, so Terry says, Santo, never forget why you started doing what you do. In these crazy, one-of-a-kind times, we can only focus on lifting ourselves and others up whenever we can, and you don't need brick and mortar to do that. She's so true. And remember, Ray was asking people, because she knew I was going through a rough time, she was asking people to try to cheer me up, how much I've helped them with the gym shutting down, with everything going on with the fitness community in the COVID times and stuff, where the government's telling people we're going to get fined or whatever, or worse if you're caught in a gym or if the gym stays open. You were and still are an excellent trainer, but more than that, you are one that goes well above thoughts of profit and personal gain. This shows through your work ethic and your work with charities and those that struggle. Yeah, so I love to work with charities. I love to help those that struggle. Like I said, I got an initiative right now to help kids through fitness and art. Mental health is one thing I really like to teach. I'm not a clinical anything when it comes to mental health. I've been through a lot of mental health. I've been through a lot of therapy sessions. The wife is working on becoming a counselor as well, to help people online. She's basically counseled me and helped me and learned through me. So I'm like, you might as well get those initials after your name and be able to do that, and really help people. I just do it, in what I've learned and help people. But I like to say, I'm not clinical in any way. I don't have any, formal training in it. My background is fitness, and art, right? So those are the two things I really want to help people with. Those are help my mental health, and all I can do is give my suggestions, use my experience to help others with those, so that's what I want to do. And thanks, Terry. I really appreciate that, girl. We'll talk one day soon. Ahmed, you as well. Thank you guys. Really appreciate it. If you like these videos, guys, I know sometimes I could get long-winded and stuff like that, but if you think you enjoy what I'm saying, you want to support us, these are new. I'm sure I'll build a better production quality. I'm sure I'll get better at talking. I used to cut my teeth really well in the military. I lost that over the years just because I haven't been doing, that much of it, and, being mentally down and all that. Your vocabulary goes, and you become a shut-in. So I'm trying to open myself up a bit more. I'm trying to get rid of the ums and the likes, and I'm sure I'm not going to like a lot of this video because of those, but I wouldn't have posted this anyway. Before, I would have just stopped after a couple minutes because I would have just said something I didn't want to say, and then it wouldn't have been perfect enough. So I'm at a place now where I'm just going to post. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to get better. You don't get better at something unless you try, and really trying to live that mindset, live that mentality. So I'm at Terry. Thank you guys. Strive without cease, everybody. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Support me by subscribing. Support me by buying some artwork. Support the kids that I'm trying to help. If you do have a kid that's in trouble, they're just not feeling well mentally, art and fitness can help them. Tell them to give me a message. I'd love to get them on a Zoom call, or if they're in Fort McMurray, have them come see me at the gym here. And I'd love to, help them out, get them into art, get them into fitness, get them feeling good about themselves, and get them loving life. Love you guys. Talk to you later.